All right, men. Make sure your weapons are clean. A jammed rifle could cost you your damn life. As a Rajput soldier in the Indian Army, we must uphold the highest of standards. And today, we will scout out the northeast sector of the Gin Drinkers line. Recently, there have been some reports of saying some Japanese agents operating in the area. So make sure you're ready. Let's go have a look-see. Get going.
He's been so hard on us lately. A bit paranoid, I would say.
Yeah, right. We waste so much time on these stupid patrols.
It's the same old story. We haven't had a day off in over 3 weeks.
I hope that the Japanese attack us by now so that we might have some action.
Is there anything you would like to share, Sepoy?
No, sir.
All right, then. Let's go. All right, follow me. What has been disturbing you, Hari?
It's just been a long time, sir. Away from India. 4 years out here marching up and down these hills. I think I'm looking forward to going back to Lucknow.
You still have 4 more months, my friend. You're still on duty, and it's not over until you're on that ship heading back home.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir. I am trying. I'm doing my best. My father used to often repeat an old Buddhist saying, "Learn this from water. Loud splashes the river, but the ocean depths are calm." I am looking for that calm, sir.
This is army, not a Buddhist retreat. What is this Buddhist stuff you're believing in? The same stuff that Japanese believe in. Be like more of rest of us, you know?
I am like you guys. Just a little different.
How the hell did I end up with a Buddhist monk in my platoon? You better shape up.
And now, the latest news from Washington. Reports are coming in that the Japanese have launched a surprise attack on Manila, Singapore, and the British colony of Hong Kong. The extent of these attacks is unknown at the moment, but stay tuned as more updates will be arriving from our journalists in the Pacific. On the European battlefront, a German submarine...
General Maltby, early this morning, the Japanese launched a surprise attack on the American naval base at Pearl Harbor. Also this morning, the Japanese bombed our Kai Tak airfield, inflicting major damage. In addition, we are receiving numerous reports of Japanese infantry crossing the border into Hong Kong.
Well, we're at war. There's no doubt about it. Have we had any reports from the new territories?
We have, sir. There are reports of Japanese troops heading south towards Taipo. They have light tanks, armored cars, and dozens of mobile artillery pieces.
All right. Alert the troops stationed on the eastern side of the Gin Drinkers line. We'll have to send more reinforcements to the area.
Yes, sir. It's the Royal Scots holding the line directly in front of the Japanese advance, sir. They have the Rajput at their side, along with a contingent of Punjabis holding the line near the Shingmun Redoubt.
This frontal assault along the Kowloon Peninsula is probably just a diversion. My guess is the main Japanese attack will still take place from the sea, probably by amphibious units hitting the beaches of Repulse Bay and Deepwater Bay. Have there been any sightings of the Japanese fleet?
The bombing this morning at Kai Tak airfield disabled or destroyed all of our aircraft, so we have no eyes in the sky.
What we really need is a couple of battleships stationed here. Otherwise, they'll blockade the harbor and starve us to death. Get an urgent cable out to Singapore requesting help from the Royal Navy.
Yes, sir.
We must maintain our ability to resupply from the sea.
Oh, I hope you haven't been waiting for long.
No, not long. I had to visit the village anyway for picking up some supplies. And plus, I had to pay you back for the car. 12 silver dollars?
Yes, that was our agreed price. Thank you.
And how's your new job going?
Well, though there's not much I can say about it, sworn to secrecy, so to speak.
Well, at least rate the panshi. Keep your stomach full.
That British food is really fattening.
Nothing wrong with a little meat on your bones.
Mrs. Ho, you are now married. I still have to find my husband. Come, let's have some tea.
妈妈桑，why has supply jumped up by 20%? If Japanese win the fight, they will just shut you down.
Mr. Chang, not so sure if the place will be closed. Everybody likes to have a good time.
I just saying, 20% increase. Not fair the long time customer.
Take it or leave it. That's our price.
I have not heard much about you. Where were you born? You're not fully Chinese, are you?
I had a British father.
Oh, I see. So you are Eurasian?
Yes.
Well then, you might like my gift that I prepared for you.
Oh?
It's all the rage in Paris and New York.
Stockings! Silk stockings!
Yes, indeed.
These are impossible to find. Where did you get them?
That's my little secret.
These are so lovely.
And tempting too.
You're a little devil. Caught you peeking.
It's in my nature.
Another pint, Mr. Chow?
I have to be very careful. Riding on that dragon, you know, addiction can be very dangerous.
Oh, my. Now you're turning into a worrisome old man.
We can't let that happen. Okay. I will take one more pint.
Thank goodness. A rich man like you should enjoy your life. Why waste a good time? Today, we have a very high quality of opium from the Sichuan province. Very smooth and fine. It came in yesterday.
Smuggle across the Japanese lines?
I suppose so.
I heard a bit about the smuggling trade. War can sometimes be very good for business.
You trade with the Japanese?
No, not exactly. But sometimes, in order to be successful in business, I do have to work all sides of a deal.
I see.
You have brother or sisters?
One sister.
Oh, in Hong Kong?
Yeah, she works as a switchboard operator at some government office.
My goodness, she'll probably get to learn a lot of secrets.
How's the opium?
Very good. Come on, have a puff.
So the Royal Scots are now dug in on the western sector of the Gin Drinkers line. They still have the Punjabis and Rajputs at the flanks, but heavy fighting has just broken out on Golden Hill, sir.
The Royal Scots must hold Golden Hill. Otherwise, the Japs will flood into Sham Shui Po and then the rest of the Kowloon Peninsula.
Yes, sir. Although we are having difficulties reaching the frontline troops, sir, our telegraph wires keep getting cut.
Damn fifth colonists. Can it be stopped?
It's hard to know who's who, sir. Even the triads are involved, and they work for whomever pays the most.
This is why we need to be operating firing squads, sir. Cut down these traitors at the knees.
Operationally impossible. We just don't have the resources to track them all down.
Damn it, Charles, your boys need to pull their bloody fingers out and get on top of this.
All right, gentlemen. This is war. chaos. I know it's stressful, but we must keep our focus of defending the gin drinkers line. If that goes down, the rest of the Kowloon Peninsula goes with it. Continue, Mr. Armstrong.
Yes, sir. Our forces are being pounded in Sha Tin, sir, and the enemy has a column of light tanks crossing at Lo Wu to support. This is looking like a full frontal assault, sir.
Bollocks. You need to keep a step ahead of this, gents. I spoke with Governor Young, and he agreed with the proposal of destroying any supplies located in the Kowloon warehouses that might be useful to the Japanese.
Understood, sir. I'll have the service corps write up a list, and we'll destroy everything we can in the next 24 hours. Is that to include the port facility, sir?
Yes, get ready to blow up the docks.
Yes, sir.
Nice and easy. Let the opium roll into your body.
Being here makes me forget the world's problems.
Yes, this club is like a pond of tranquility.
Yeah. But I really should have left Hong Kong. I just didn't think the Japanese would attack. Oh well, there's no escaping it now.
Should I continue?
Yes, maybe one more. This is my only escape now.
What are those?
The latest fashions from Paris and New York.
Really looks like fishing nets with tadpoles.
You're such a village girl, Mei Fan. I mean, look at you.
Well, thank goodness Mother isn't alive to see you here. With male strangers and all.
Well, our mother wasn't as tightly wound up as you. She might have liked these.
Is he your latest catch?
Why do you care?
I've seen him before.
Mr. Chow, he's one of the richest bachelors in Hong Kong.
Mr. Chow.
Seriously, sister, you need to get out more often. Expand your horizons. Any young man in uniform caught your fancy yet?
No!
I need to help you with your wardrobe. The village girl look comes across a bit old-fashioned.
I don't need stockings to make my legs look good.
Okay, I'll drop it.
Look, I came here to tell you that I had to sell the cow. With food prices rising so fast, it would soon have been stolen. Here's your share.
Thanks. You have been taking care of that cow for the past 2 years. So, really, it is yours.
All right. Thank you.
This Thursday is your birthday. How about I come over?
That would be fun. You know, this year, it's the year of the snake.
Oh, hopefully we won't see any of those. Oh.
The Japs have tanks! Bloody bastards! They do!
Sergeant, Honey's hurt.
What happened?
Bihan's dead, and we saw Colonel tanks on Castle Peak Road.
Call it in.
Yes, sir. The Japanese tanks have been spotted on Castle Peak Road. Better warns the troops holding the forward position from the shelters.
You'll be fine. You're a strong guy, man. Come on.
Yes, Castle.
You got this far. You got it. Don't worry.
I can't think straight.
Are you okay? Are you okay?
Give it to my mother.
I will.
With the gin drinkers line broken, we're going to have to shore up our defensive postures along the beaches of Hong Kong Island. It's only a matter of time before the Japanese make a run at it.
How about the Lai Moon Passes, sir? It's the narrowest waterway between Hong Kong Island and Kowloon.
Not where my focus would be, sir. Our coastal gun batteries have it covered.
If the Japanese occupy the Kowloon shore, they'll simply shell Hong Kong Island to smithereens.
Maybe, sir. But my instinct tells me the Japanese will try to preserve Victoria, the city, at least the main buildings.
You've forgotten what they did to Nanking, Fisher. You're supposed to be the Japanese expert by God. Get up to speed, old boy.
I know full well their history, Colonel. But in addition to looking at the historical context, we need to consider this from a strategic point of view. Nanking was not a port city. If I were an admiral in the Japanese Navy, my objective would be to keep the city intact. They're going to need a good base in this area for their upcoming war with the Americans.
Well, that's a major reason why we'll be blowing up much of the port facilities. Regardless, it's the Japanese army that's currently conducting the fight.
The Japanese army and navy don't often see eye to eye. There's a lot of infighting in Tokyo's military command.
Charles, I understand your knowledge of the Japanese is second to none. But are you perhaps giving them more credit than they deserve? I mean, they've mishandled China for years. Why would they be more enlightened now?
Charles, the Japanese have proven to be consistently inflexible in their military strategy. Again and again, they've shown that they prefer to use the sledgehammer to the scalpel.
Gentlemen, Pearl Harbor happened just 5 days ago.
An outlier, Charles. We can't adapt our entire Japanese strategy because of one lucky strike against an enemy with their pants down.
That operation was led by the Japanese Navy. After such a smashing success, I'd wager they have the upper hand in Tokyo now.
Point taken. It's the Japanese army we're currently fighting against.
Sir, the Japanese have sunk HMS Repulse and HMS Prince of Wales.
Both ships?
Aye, sir, we just received word from Singapore. Japanese aircraft caught them off the coast of Malaya. Both vessels lost.
Thank you, James.
God damn it, man! If an aircraft can sink a top-of-the-line British battleship, what next? Without those ships, how are we going to resupply from the sea?
It would be impossible, sir.
It's a bloody disaster!
Sir, if I may, we're on a razor's edge in regards to morale in this city. In many ways, we're fighting a multi-front battle. The land battle, the sea battle, and also a psychological battle. We need to be careful how this news is released to the public. The last thing we want is panic in the streets.
All right. I want you to tell Governor Young about the loss of the battleships. He'll understand the implications and caution him on how the news should be released.
So I'll send a full report.
Also, update Brigadiers Wallace and Lawson.
Yes, sir.
Charles, we're going to need an up-to-date inventory on all food and supplies on the island. We're going to have to make some painful calculations on how long we can hold out here.
Yes, sir. I'll get right on it.
What a cock-up. This changes everything. Bloody Japs!
You're turning 25 now. Maybe it's time to find your husband.
Oh, sis, I don't want one of your connections.
I I didn't mean that silly. Not from the club. I was thinking of maybe someone from the village.
A pig farmer! Sis, I am going to take my time on this one. I want someone reliable.
Goodness. Good luck with that, man. Well, men, they often go astray.
Which reminds me, that man from the club, that Mr. Chow.
What about him?
He is a collaborator.
Oh, what?
He works for the Japanese.
Oh, Jesus, give it a break. You really have an overactive imagination. Besides, how would you know who he is?
I saw his photo at work. You have to be careful. I can't give you any details, nor should I be telling you this. Just keep your distance.
That's all you have, a hunch.
He is a Japanese collaborator, get it? And you're sleeping with the enemy.
Jesus, give it a break. Don't give me that bloody nonsense, not from you.
Opium, prostitution, that club has a reputation.
My job! Pay for this house, so you're benefiting from my work. Don't be such a leady white righteous bitch. My fucking job allow you for your holier-than-thou lifestyle.
Really, is that how you see it? I was the one who took care of Mother. You left.
Yes, because we're fucking dirt poor. No rice, no pigs, no income. Someone in our family has to make a living.
That's not how it is. You detest village life. You found the city more glamorous. You never liked it here.
Have you finished preaching?
I'm sorry. But this war is making the city more dangerous. And if you ever want to come back, stay here. You're always welcome.
You think Hong Kong will fall to the Japanese? Hong Kong is a fortress. We are surrounded by the water, the sea, just like England. If the Germans fail to invade the Britain, then the Japanese most certainly will fail attacking this island.
That is not what I'm hearing from inside the battle box. Things aren't as rosy as you may see, as you may read in the papers.
We are on our own, Mayvon. There's no backup plan for us. Our British father abandoned us as kids. Our Chinese mother died of overwork. We are just a couple of Eurasian kids stuck in the middle of nowhere. Nowhere! We don't have many choice.
Just be careful of Mr. Chow. He is working for the wrong side. And I'm just saying, at the end of all this, you have to choose a side. We all do. There is no middle ground.
According to this communication we received 4 days ago, there are 50,000 KMT troops heading directly for us across the Canton province.
Ah, that would be a godsend. Really smash up the rear guard of the Japanese forces. Put their heads in a vice, knock the stuffing out of them.
Yes, sir. We're expecting them in 7 days, sir.
Charles, any confirmation on these troop movements?
Unfortunately not, sir. We have agents all over Canton province, but no verifiable reports of any large KMT units operating in the area.
We need more agents on the ground, find out what's happening. We can't have another military cock-up.
I'm just saying, there's no confirmation of these troops.
It's right here on this piece of paper, Charles. 50,000 troops. It's right here!
That message proves nothing.
First, we lose the battleships. Then the gin drinkers line fails, and now we don't know whether 50,000 KMT troops might be nothing but a mirage. How could things get so messed up?
Sir, I'm only saying this message makes no sense. The KMT lack the resources to move their troops quickly. I would estimate if the information is true, a likely arrival date would be mid-January.
We can't wait until mid-January, sir. We can barely hold out until next week.
Get an urgent word out to Chiang Kai-shek on the urgent need for his troops. Surely he'll understand the importance of maintaining a British presence here in Hong Kong.
Yes, sir. I'll send another cable.
What is that?
Captain Singh, go see what that's about.
Yes, sir.
General, I would caution. If the KMT confirm troops are on the way, they frequently say one thing, then do another.
Understood. But we're walking a tightrope here. The KMT's imminent arrival has boosted morale here in Hong Kong. The If the news turns out to be false, well, it might be best to keep things quiet. There's no doubt the Japanese noose is tightening. Maybe it's better to have people think help is on its way. Otherwise, we'll have trouble holding the colony together.
Sir, it is the damn sentry relief, sir. One of them dropped his pen gun. Negligent discharge. Sipai Ghulam Rasool is shot in the stomach.
Calm down, Captain. Pull yourself together.
Calm? This is an amateur stupidity. You won't ask me to calm if it was one of the British soldiers. I know, when we are retreating from Kowloon, Indians are going to be the last ones. Always the last, right? You'll get the Scots out first, and we are going to be the cannon fodder again.
Stand aside, Captain. That'll be Brigadier Wallace's decision. He'll do what's best.
Yes, sir.
Over there! Behind the tree! There's so many of them!
Being surrounded!
Behind the tree!
Got him!
They're circling us everywhere!
There must be over 20 Japs out there!
They're turning us apart! Cover our flank!
They're coming in!
Stop, they're running low on ammunition! How much we have? 4 more rounds, sir! Make it count!
Jap! I'm out! I'm done, sir!
On your knees!
I thought you would leave by now.
Where would I go? Singapore, Manila. The whole world's blown to bits.
One of my friends went to Macau.
All the refugees are going to Macau. Who's gonna feed them all?
I guess here's better then.
You never know what's gonna happen tomorrow, though. At times of war, everything is unexpected.
Another pipe?
Maybe I can smoke my way to Macau.
Ladies, be careful cooking the opium tonight. It's getting very expensive.
Even the more experienced smugglers are having problems bringing opium into the city.
With all the fighting going on, I suppose our business will go down.
Don't be so sure. We have a very compelling product.
Our women?
Opium. Our clients need their daily fix. You know, before working at the Pearl Club, I used to work at a club in Canton. Mostly Japanese customers, well-being merchants, top brass. It was one of the best clubs in all of South China.
Good money?
Very good. Very profitable, too. But, you know, sometimes a bad customer, you know the type.
Yeah, always try to avoid those guys.
I noticed you are spending a lot of time with Mr. Chow. Do you like him?
Mr. Chow, he's very generous. Treat me with good respect.
I noticed he was at the Canton Club a few times, always with high-ranking Japanese officials.
Yes, he smuggled goods throughout all of China, even Japanese.
Well, yeah, they were mostly military officials, and they paid for everything. The best opium, the best girls.
Mr. Chow did not pay?
That was the funny part. Mostly the wealthy merchants who hosted the Japanese to gain favors and such, but not Mr. Chow. It worked the other way for him. The Japanese treated Mr. Chow very, very well.
I see.
Anyways, just be careful. The tricky men can seem the most kind.
It's not like I'm about to marry him.
You know he was married once. Well, his wife died in a bombing in Shanghai a few years ago. Probably gang-related. At least that's what I heard from one of the girls at the club.
It's hard to know who is fighting who in China. Japanese, KMT, Triads, Communists. The lines keep shifting.
And the money keeps rolling in.
I suppose. It's all about the money. We are all slaves to it.
Sir, we couldn't reach some of the Rajput units in time. They were scattered during the fighting. And some of them may not have received order to fall back to Hong Kong Island when we evacuated.
Well, if they didn't make it back, there's nothing we can do for them now. The island's all we have now, boys. And the Japs aren't going to stand for that for much longer. Chin up, lads. We're not dead yet.
Do you know this man?
No, not really.
What do you mean, not really?
I heard you speak about him briefly.
And?
And he may be a bad person, from what I've heard?
Any other connection with this man?
No.
You have a sister named Yusi Fong, do you not?
Yes, I do.
Did you break security protocol and reveal anything to your sister about Mr. Chow? You did, didn't you?
Yes, a little bit, but just to protect her.
Yes. I see. Do you remember your first day here? Yes. Do you remember the conversation I had with the Colonel about Mr. Chow when I put his photo down on your desk?
Yes, I remember.
You see, Mei Fong, that was a test. We wanted to see if you would spill the beans. Here, inside the battle box, secrecy is of the utmost importance. If we have people working here revealing details of our operations, then effectively we have a leak. And guess who's in charge of fixing those leaks?
I suppose you are.
Quite right.
Where are the others? Answer!
We don't know, sir.
Where are the other soldiers?
Talk! I don't know, sir.
Search them! What have you got?
Nothing, sir.
What have you got?
I have nothing, sir.
Maps! Documents! Money!
Yeah, I have some in my left pocket.
What else?
Nothing more, sir. I have nothing more.
Did you find anything? Watch, coins. Nothing else. I guess the British don't pay you much.
Is this worth your life? Soldier, execute them! Let's go back to battle. Let's go follow me. We're going back.
No. No, please don't kill me. No. No, please don't kill me. No. No.
Oh, shit.
Have mercy! Have mercy!
Don't do this! No, don't do this! Don't do this! No!
No! No! No!
Buddha's charm.
Yes, it is. It says Buddha's charm. It says Buddha's charm. Yes.
Sir, we've received communication from Sai-Wan Ho that the Japanese have landed a sizable force on the eastern part of Hong Kong Island.
Where exactly?
The Lai Mun Passage, sir.
Probably just a diversion. That sector doesn't have good landing sites for a large Japanese force. How could they land their armor artillery pieces? Let's not take the bait. The beaches of Deepwater Bay, Repulse Bay, or a direct amphibious assault from Tsim Sha Tsui to Victoria are still the most likely points for a Japanese entry. The Lai Mun Passage is probably just a diversion.
Sir, while the southern beaches would make better landing zones, the Lai Mun Passage is the narrowest waterway. Only a few hundred yards. Japanese troops could actually swim across.
Swim across really, Charles, with all their equipment.
Are there any reports of how many boats the Japanese are using?
It's pitch black outside, sir, so it's difficult for us to get an estimate, but the reports seem to indicate a few small fishing vessels.
You can't land an army on a few fishing boats.
Remember Dunkirk?
There were over 800 vessels at Dunkirk. The Japanese will be lucky to find 20 or 30 fishing boats. We sank everything else.
They could still swim across in 20 minutes.
It's darker than the devil's asshole out there, Charles. No one's swimming anywhere.
Colonel, I agree it would be a bold move, but not impossible to move thousands of troops by swimming across the channel.
Even if by some miracle they managed to swim to the other side, their rifles would be sopping wet, Charles. Be about as useful as a soggy crumpet.
On the surface, yes, it would seem foolhardy. But Pearl Harbor was also a bold move that paid off brilliantly.
Can we get any confirmation on the size of the Japanese landings?
Yes, sir.
Sir, I know we're flying blind here, but by the time that report gets back to us, it may be too late. It's only a 20-minute swim. In an hour or two, there could be thousands of Japanese troops on Hong Kong Island.
Hello, operator? Yes. Please can you patch me through to the Pearl Club? Yes, thank you. Hello, Mama-san. It's me, Mei Fong. Siu Fong's sister. Please may I speak to her? Yes, it is urgent. Siu Fong, it's me. Listen, I have something important to give you. Please can you come round in person? No, I can't explain to you on the phone. No. All right. Okay, I'll see you in a few hours. Bye-bye.
district.
Is it still under the British control?
Yes, but the Japanese have taken over Queen Mary Hospital. They're attacking the villages in the area.
Popular?
Yes, probably. The city is collapsing.
All right, ladies. Ladies? This is just a little bump in the road. In reality, in desperate time, a little opium will soothe many ills of the world. Our business can't survive a war. Maybe different customers, different uniforms. At the end, there's always a human need to have a good time. Besides, I will double your wages at the end of the month.
Mama-san, I need to go to see my sister.
I see. All right. Be careful. It's dangerous outside.
We cannot surrender, Charles. We have orders direct from Prime Minister Churchill that we are to fight to the last man.
Colonel, our men have done their duty. Thousands dead on the battlefield, thousands more badly injured and dying.
Expect the Japanese to honor any sort of surrender agreement? The second we put our guns down, we're as good as dead.
We've lost control. Our troops are scattered. They're operating blindly.
Then we fight blind, Charles! We have our orders!
But at a certain point, it becomes pointless. We can't resupply them with ammunition, much less food.
Sir, we just received reports the Japanese have taken over Taitam Water Reservoir.
Nonsense. I was just talking to Jack Flegg. Get him on the blower now.
Sir. Hello. Hello. Sir, it sounds like they're speaking Japanese.
Put it on speaker.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Watashi tachi wa shiteimasu.
What do they say?
They're coming for us.
Like bollocks they are.
They shut off water to the city.
The Japanese are forcing our hand. Our troops can't fight without water.
We're in the bloody tropics, Charles. There's water everywhere. Our boys still have a few days in the tank yet.
What about the local population?
There are always casualties, Charles.
It's Lieutenant Colonel Stewart, sir, in Wanchai. He says they can't hold the line much longer.
All right, put him on the speaker. Hello, Stuart, it's Maltby here. Yes, it's General Maltby. What's your status? Any reserves? Anything that can plug up the gap? Hello, Stuart. Stuart. Stuart, are you there? Stuart! Can you reconnect?
No, sir. The line is down.
I think it's time.
With all due respect, sir, a surrender here would tarnish our reputation across Asia.
Yes, and so would a civilian massacre if we continue to resist.
So the Japanese cannot be trusted, sir. Think of Nanking. 300,000 dead.
The city's water supply shut off. We're already at the Japs' mercy.
Please, sir. The men can fight on. One final fight. Make them pay a bloody toll for every street, every building in the city!
The civilian population would be caught up in the crossfire. Thousands dead.
Being taken prisoner by the Japanese would be worse than death, sir. They will break us, and they will butcher us, one by one.
It'll test our resolve, no doubt. But to save this city, that's a sacrifice we're going to have to make. Our men have paid a heavier price.
And your legacy, sir? How will you be remembered?
Good night, gentlemen.
"16 pipes, Mr. Chow. Do you still desire another?
What is my devilish reward if I continue?
You already spent a small fortune, Mr. Chow. Do you still have enough silver coin for the evening?
Is that enough for you?
For a pipe, yes. For a pipe.
I want a special treatment. The aroma of companionship.
Have you heard of riding the purple mist?
Will my handful of silver allow me entrance into this enchanted land?
Are you seeing colors, Mr. Chow?
Many colors. More than the shakes of any rainbow.
Mr. Chow, long time no see. What game are you playing this evening?
Is the riding mist, purple clouds, and double rainbow. Something like that.
I've heard of that one. Very, very decadent of you, Mr. Chow.
With the world collapsing, why not?
I see. Well then, let me suggest you a very special delight. Something not normally permitted inside this club.
Oh, really?
Yes, an extension on an ongoing theme. A double delicacy, riding 2 purple mids.
Wow. I will be in heaven then.
Yes, you'll be receiving the sweet taste of heaven tonight. Your tea is ready. Mr. Chow, drink this. Sissy, make the best if you get dressed right out. Addiction can be deadly, Mr. Chow. Maybe you picked the wrong side.
Sir, we've lost all contact with Mount Davis.
What about the Winnipeg Grenadiers and Wan Chai Gap?
Sir, those communication lines are also down.
Can you send a messenger?
Sir, the Japanese are only 1,000 yards away. It's unlikely we'll reach anyone outside my sector, sir.
Any word from Governor Young?
He wants us to continue fighting. No surrender.
Good man, Young. Finally, some sense. We can't give them Christmas boys.
Gents, the Hong Kong fortress was supposed to hold out for at least 3 months. At least that was the plan.
Churchill did realize this outpost was just that, an outpost. They knew full well in London we were destined to fail.
Yes, well, here we are at the edge, still fighting.
But for how long?
George, I'd like to have a word with all the men and women stationed here in the battle box. Go and gather everyone into the room.
Yes, sir.
What happened?
I don't know, 20 pretty pies maybe. A rich man with too much opium.
His heart stopped.
He was turning purple, then collapsed.
We need to put a lid on this. Blame it on heart attack, natural cause, less fuss.
Yes, that's probably the best.
Okay. God damn it. Such a rich man. We could have made a fortune.
Yeah.
Had he stayed alive for a few more years.
What a tragedy. A big loss all around.
I have to now go file a police report and someone has to inform his daughter.
His daughter?
Yes. Poor girl. She lost her mother a few years ago. And now this. Do you like kids?
Yeah.
Maybe you can go, see the daughter.
I don't know. I just don't know.
What a goddamn mess.
So, the ladies and gentlemen of your general staff are present, sir.
For 17 long days, we've done our best to defend this small outpost of the British Empire. I have no idea how history will judge us. For 100 years, British Hong Kong has been a successful trading post on the far end of Asia. For years, it's been known as the Eastern Fortress, a rock of fortitude in a troubled region. We all know that war is a nasty business. We've lost many good men during this battle. May God rest their souls. Their sacrifice must never be forgotten. They have fought with determination, with bravery, with a united front. No British general could have hoped for more. Well, now we're at a crossroads and difficult decisions lie ahead. I know that many may disagree with what I have to say next, but please bear with me in this desperate hour. I have decided that we shall offer our surrender to the Japanese forces. It's a god-awful choice, but as commander of the British forces here in Hong Kong, I have come to the conclusion that this is the only right decision for the future of the city, for its people, and for our exhausted soldiers who have run out of supplies and ammunition to carry on the fight. And so, my last mission today will be to meet Governor Young to provide a full assessment of our grim situation. If he agrees that coming to terms with the Japanese is our only viable option, then our formal surrender will probably take place later this afternoon. Well, thank you all for your steadfast service. I stand before you now, defeated but resolute. No British general can ever prepare for a day like this. But remember, no empire lasts forever. We might have lost the battle, but we have not lost the war. And with America's recent entry into the conflict, I believe the tide of war will change. And with grit and determination, our future destiny is yet to be written. Hong Kong will be reborn again. Well, take care. And may God save the king.
Help!
You okay?
Yeah, water?
Yeah. Yes, of course.
What's going on out there?
The British surrendered today.
What? What day is it?
25th of December.
That's the British Christmas Day. That's a weird day to surrender.
Yeah. Actually, I'm looking to a village called Shak-O. Do you know of it?
It's up that way. Thank you for the water.
Oh, no. Keep it. There's food inside. You will need it.
Thank you so much.
Neela, give us the room, please. You have some explaining to do, Charles. Our agent, Mr. Chow, is dead.
Good God. Assassinated?
Look familiar?
Poisoned.
You tell me, that is your handwriting, isn't it?
Yes, that's my note. This poison was to be given to Mr. Chow. He was to use it on an operation against some fifth columnist.
For fuck's sake, Charles. Do they let just anyone in the intelligence corps these days? Someone has to hang for this, and you better hope it's not you.
I gave this poison to Mei Fong.
Mei Fong?
She was to deliver it to her sister, who knows Mr. Chow. The instructions were very clear. The poison was to be handed to Mr. Chow.
Why would Mei Fong get this job?
Because her soldiers are either dead, injured, or fighting the Japs. I can't spare men running deliveries around this city. Jesus.
You've lost your touch, Charles. So, was she a Japanese spy?
I don't know what to believe anymore.
He was our man, Charles. He'd infiltrated Japanese high command. He was going to keep funneling information to London while we rot away in some POW camp. Years of work, Charles! Years! Down the fucking drain! Well, I hope you're proud of yourself. You absolute fucking imbecile!
I'm sorry.
This is Charles Fisher at the Battle Box. I'm calling to check on his daughter, make sure someone is looking after her. Is she all right?
Yeah, she is.
I'm sure the news of his death was a big shock. It certainly was for us here. Probably killed by a fifth columnist. If there's anything she needs, anything at all, please let me know.